Hello guys, just wanted to do a new edition video. Got some new things in. This is the first, and God, this thing is gorgeous. This is an brachypelma moderatum. I can't remember, I have the common name written down. I think it's the Rio Grande rust, possibly. Or Rio Grande gold, maybe. But this is a suspected male. The colors, oh my goodness. This thing is amazing. Unbelievable. I don't know how well this camera is picking this guy up, but you can see the femurs are dark, then you have that rust colored, it's more rust colored to me, it looks tan to you guys. And then the dark tarsal and metatarsal area of the spider. You can see the cool colors on the Gelaraceae. If I can get to focus there. And there's the eyes. It's a very, very calm spider, really. Okay, well that's one. We'll get to the other ones. Okay, so here's the next. This is the brachypelma elbis. Right around 2 inches, so this is my second. I have the little tiny sling, and then now we have this one. Well, I'm super ecstatic with the things that I got. That moderatum, goodness gosh, that thing is totally awesome. Yeah, the brachypelma elbis, which is the Mexican gold. Once this thing gets big, oh, they're just absolutely stunning. You know, they get that real deep black in the legs, and it's starting to get into premold, as you can see towards the back there. Not completely there, but getting there. So once this thing molts, those legs will be really, really, really black, and then that gold will really pop, and then you'll get the red on the abdomen to really shine. Great. You know, I picked up some brackies and some well, the one brachypelma, I'm going to gear more towards that type of spider, brachypelmas, elbis. Of course, my salmopaeus and my pokies are staying, but then also the grammostolas, some of the grammostolas. I'm not getting rid of any of those. So yeah, this is where we're headed into, you know, more of a new world terrestrial species that's going to be out and visible and good eaters and are real, you know, sharp looking. Now this one flicked me when I got it out, and it did not affect me whatsoever. So I'm pretty happy with that, knowing that the hairs aren't affecting me. But anybody that's had brackies for a while, or brachypelmas that do flick a lot, you may not start out being affected by them, and then, you know, all of a sudden, boom, you're super affected by them. So I have to be careful not to get flicked. And again, I don't mess with them enough to do that. But yeah, so this is the brachypelma elbis, and we'll get to the rest of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more that are here. And then one more that'll be coming next week, and then also my trade next week, where the regalis, the male balfouri, and the male GBB will be heading out for a bumbacabocla 1-inch sling, a Ornithoctinae species Laos, a brachypelma bomi, suspected male, about 2 3/4 of an inch, and either another GBB sling or a Davis pennilor sling, one or the other. I don't know what he's going to send. He's going to surprise me. So let's get on to the rest of the stuff that came. I'll give you a real quick. I really like the setup I have for this one. You know, it's about 2.5 inches of substrate. I was told that this one does not dig. It's a more of a hide. So I have this nice piece of wood that my daughter and I found last year. Put it in there, propped it up, and gave him a area, or him or her an area where they could go down below. And I threw some foliage in there and then some dried leaves. It really, really looks sharp. it's probably my most realistic looking setup. That and the Homeoema species blue, those two I think are the most realistic. You know, more natural look than the rest of them. Don't mind my bed sheets. We're sitting on the bed doing this, but yeah, I'm probably going to give this one and the next one a little while before I try feeding, because I was told that they're getting into pre-molt, and you can see there that this one definitely is. The next one looks a bit that way too, so let's check that one out. Okay, so this is the one that I was really looking forward to the most. This is a brachypelma schroederi, the Mexican black velvet. This spider will get blacker as it grows. And you can see it's just starting to get some darkening going on. So we'll probably be looking at the end of next month, middle of next month possibly. And when I mean October, before we get a molt. Hopefully it'll happen by then. We'll see how the feeding goes with this one. And this is an unsexed. We don't know what this one is. Brachypelma schroederi. I just wanted another spider that's like pretty much all black. They go with the two pulchras, because I do have, the one is a male and the other one's still unsexed. So yeah, that's what we have with this. I had a busy day yesterday. I rehoused some spiders. I'll show you those two as an add-on to the end of this, but let's go ahead and show you guys the next one. Okay, this is another brachypelma. This is a brachypelma baumgarteni. I have one already, so this makes two. I'm just super ecstatic with these. I've always loved the brachypelma genus. Excuse me, probably my favorite terrestrial species, terrestrial, fossorial, whatever you want to call them. They like to dig and live in the earth. Some of them do, some of them don't. But we're going to go with the terrestrial saying, and we'll get into that discussion in another video. Yeah, this one is roughly an inch, so I would suspect when it molts the next time, we'll get a little bit of color. And then the molt after that, we'll probably start seeing some more of the adult coloring patterning coming in, just not the exact, you know, colors won't be as vivid. The other one is somewhat getting those colors, but yeah, so we have now a second Baumgarteni, two elbis. I have a classy coming in next week, so they give me two of those. Yeah, I'm really happy with that stuff coming in, and you know, just the pickup in the brachypelma genus period for me. We'll see how this one does. It's got quite a bit of dirt in there to dig if it wants to. It's got the little piece of cork bark in here that it can go underneath, and I put the leaf in there if it wants to hide underneath there. But this one I held. Came right out of the vial onto my hand, so yeah, I did kind of hold this one, and I did hold the schroederi just for a brief bit. He just kind of walked over my hand. It just kind of walked over my hand. Didn't really want to stay on it, but yeah, I'm gonna really enjoy that one. I just, like I said, I really love Salmopaeus, and I think they're my favorite genus, but Brachypelma is like right there. They are right there. Super genus, and the Ephanopelmas too. I think they're a little underrated, to be honest with you, because most of them are United States tarantulas. I think they're just overlooked by a lot of keepers from the States, because, you know, a lot of them on the West Coast, they just go out and find them in their backyards or not far from where they live, where us on the East Coast, you know, especially up in the north over here, don't have access to stuff like that. So I'd like to just, you know, get into Ephanopelmas a little bit more, and the Brachypelmas, like I said, specifically those two. The Grammostolas, I don't think I'll pick up any more than what I have. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting like an Iodis, and I mean, I have the Gabelli, so, you know, some different type of Ephanopelmas would be really cool too. I have the two Simonis and the two Chalcodes, the two Hensais. So yeah, we're really you know, getting my collection to where I want to be, and then I'm going to start moving some stuff out that, not that I don't like them, but where I want to go with my collection and with the channel. They're a little bit less conducive to what I want to do. So we'll move those out, either sales or trades for stuff that I would like to have, more phonopelmas. Some more dwarf species would be cool. Another Seriocosmus elegans would be awesome, or Perezimicelli, something like that. So yeah, let me get the other 2-3 things, and then I'll show you the rehousings that I did yesterday. You're not going to be able to see these very well, the actual coloring, but you can see the front where the light little feet are there, and then the skinny back legs. This is a Seriocosmus Maroubra Newtons. I have 2 of them. There's one there, and then there's one in there. They are going in these cool little spider huts, little tiny sling huts. I want to get the marker off of there, but they like flip open. Pretty cool. Got a little spider web on the bottom. Keep them in here for a little while. I was told these things are like tanks, and they love to eat, and they both have very, very wicked personalities, very active. They're not right now because they're in these little things, so they're kind of curled up. So once I get some dirt in there, I'm trying to find them something to hide, something I put in there that I could use for a hide. So yeah, the 2 Seriocosmus Maroubra Newtons, really, really cool. I love these things. So last thing that we have to show, hopefully it looks a little bit better than what it did earlier, but I'll get it out. Okay, we'll see how this guy progresses over the next day or two. This is a Damon matthias, tailless whip scorpion from Western Africa. I wanted to try one of these for a long time, and I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. It doesn't get too much bigger than what it is. So right now it's just in one of those, paint mixing vials or paint mixing jars that I got from Hobby Lobby. These are great for small, up to juvenile size slings, for arboreals or even fossorials. These things would be good. The only thing I don't like about them is the black lid. But so far, none of mine really, the guys that are in them, the 2 pokies and the 2 reduncus and the 1 Erminia, and then the Iberopora soritoma are in them, and they all seem to stay away from the lids, so that's kind of nice. And they also have these things in, little jars that are only about this tall too. So you look at how wide they are. Let's see what I can use for reference. Here's my hand. They're probably about 3 inches, maybe 4 inches. Yeah, probably closer to 4 inches across. So you figure if you get something that's yay tall and you put that much dirt in it and you have the lid, you'll have like a 3.5 inch tall enclosure that's 4 inches in diameter. So yeah, they would be good for, maybe 1 inch slings, terrestrial slings like Nandus or any of the ones that I got today. Any of those that are smaller would be perfect for those if you can tolerate the black lids. The only problem with these is they stack, but they don't stack securely. So you could put another one on top of here. They're just not the greatest as far as staying on there. I mean, you'd actually, I have them again up there. So they're on the shelf up there, but if we could focus. But yeah, so that's the stuff that came, and I'm going to show you what I did with some rehousings. Okay, so first things first, this is the ephah marinus. This is the larger of the 3 that I have. There we are right there. God, look at that. I just love these things. I moved it from the baseball cube to the softball cube, and I gave it this. It's old piece of wood, and I started a burrow for it. You can see it's already started to web up a little bit. I got to get a water dish in there. There are a bunch of water dishes right here, so those are going to go in. So that's one of the ones that I did. Let's see, what else did I do? I made these are softball containers too. There's that one and that one. They're not complete yet. They need water dishes, and this one's just dirt. I'm not really sure who I'm going to put in there. Well, I know who I'm going to put in there. The Grammostola pulchra is going into one. The Plesiopelma species Bolivia is going into one, and probably the brachypelma vagans is going into one, and then the rosea will go into the next one, or a baseball cube. I have one more baseball. No, I don't. Do I? I think I do. I have one more baseball cube left, I think, to put. Oh no, I didn't. I used it for the Baumgarteni. That's right. That was my mess. Yeah, it was a busy day, so I had that guy there, and let me get the other rehouses, or the other, yeah, there's two more things I think I rehoused yesterday. Okay, so the baseball cube that the ephah marinus was in is now being used for, oh, there he is right there. This is a Chilobrachys discalus, the blue. Look at, I mean, you really can't see how cool this thing is, but when I had it out, I was really surprised how pretty it is. I have two of these. I was thinking about getting rid of these, but I changed my mind. I have 3 cane krakens. Those are going to be next to be rehoused out of the little 4-ounce deli cups into something different, and then one of them is in a matchbox container. So I'm trying to, you know, utilize baseball cubes more. They only had this one at Hobby Lobby the other day when I picked up the 3 softball containers. So I'll stop sometime next week. Look at that little guy. I fed him yesterday. Let's see if he ate. I don't see the cricket in there, which is good. I had one little small cricket left, so when I rehoused him, I put him in there. But he's been doing work. He webbed up all this area here. You know, stay focused. He moved all this stuff there. That's another one I need to get a water dish. Well, I have a water dish. I just need to put it in there. Spray these guys down. I didn't put any vermiculite in with this one. This is straight cocoa fiber mixed with potting soil. And it was the bottom layer of soil from the Harpactira pulchripes enclosure. That's the one that I sent out last week. The pulchripes and the Augustophilices and Dami both went out last week. Not last week, the beginning of the week. Anyway, so I scraped the top layer off, which was the dry part, and down the bottom was damper from, you know, overflowing the water dish, and it just had, it was compact. It was real nice, rich soil actually. So I used that. I still have some left. I used that to, you know, fill up everything that you see right now. You know, the marinus, the discalus. I do have a. Oh yeah, there it is. As I say, thought I put a sticker on it. That, and then the stuff that I rehoused today that I got in, and then one more thing that we moved, and I will show you that. See, I moved since I got rid of the pulchripes, which was, let me just show you real quick, which was in a container like that one. I can move that one down from there, and then I put those 2 guys up there, and you can see he is like, there is KC Tarantula's male Calcotes is going in with the female this weekend. I warmed her up. I got her out of the cooler area. Been warming her up for the last couple days. So we got another few days. I want to get her warmed up under advice from someone that breeds a lot of Ephanopelmas. So we get him or her warmed up, and then he's going to go have some fun, hopefully. And I don't remember who's up there. Oh, the Grammostola pulchra. That's Norman. So I moved those 2 up there. So the last rehouse that I did, and I will show you that, was the assassin bugs. I'll show you what I did with them. So I redid the assassin bug enclosure, and what I did was, is there a piece of molt? Must have been mixed in with the substrate. Anyway, I moved the adults out. They were in a taller container, which I didn't really need to have them in. There they are right there, 3 of them. I didn't want to move this piece of wood. It's a really cool piece of wood. It's propped up in there. So the 3 adults there, and then I moved the 3 juveniles into the enclosure with them. So the 3 juveniles are over here, 3 adults are over here, and then I have 3 babies up top. And then on top of all that, of course, when I was moving the adults, mixed in the substrate, which is in that top green container by itself over there on top of the other two, that's the substrate that was in with the male or the adults, is full of eggs again. There's eggs everywhere through it. So I'm going to sift through that, maybe tonight, and then get all the eggs out and put them into something to incubate them again, and then see what happens. Maybe we'll get some more baby assassin bugs. I know a few people that are interested in a couple of them. So yeah, so I have 3 juveniles, 3 adults, and on top of there, that little tiny vial on top there is the 3 babies. So I have 9 of the white dotted assassin bugs. So yeah, this will be a little bit cooler to videotape in. It's a little bit shallower, so I can get a little bit closer to the action. And I did do a real quick video this morning before I left work with the GoPro. I don't know how it turned out because I'm still trying to figure out where the angle needs to be, and I think there's a remote that comes with it that I can zoom in and zoom out. I have to learn all that stuff before I start actually using it for videos on YouTube, but I am going to start learning, so hopefully the video quality of that's going to be a little bit better than the phone, even though I think the phone does a pretty good job. So yeah, that's everything that's rehoused, everything that's new. We have 5 more coming next week. Classy Ornithoctinae species Laos, which is a really gorgeous spider. An Old World, yeah, I know I was trying to get away from Old World, and I was thinking about not getting it and getting something different, but I can't get over the beauty of that thing, so I'm going to hang on to it. And then the Bomi, so that'll give me another brachy that I don't have. I did have a Bomi before. That was a male that I sent off to my friend. She could use him as a breeder for her female when he matures. So yeah, some cool stuff. And we're going to get these Maroubra Newtons set up in the little spider sling huts. Now I got a bunch of, you can see there, a bunch of pieces of wood and stuff, and now I got to break up to make some kind of hides for them. So once I get all those guys set up, I'll do an update sometime, maybe this weekend. And I bought this big dude too. This a 30-gallon or 30-gallon Sterilite container. That's where I'm going to, well, I'm gonna store a lot of stuff, but that's where we're going to do the breeding of the Chalcodes. So we're going to put her enclosure in there, his enclosure in there. That'll keep them in something that's high. He'll be able to get out, get back into his enclosure pretty safely, and I can do this in here without having to worry about them taking off on me. So that's all the cool stuff that's happening. And look at him. He's just something. He thinks he's a tree spider. He's going to get something different. So he's in a mini football helmet display case. This was supposed to be for the Davis penaloris male. I was waiting for him to harden up and eat, which he should be hardened up, but he didn't eat. So I have the long one, it's for, it's twice as long as this one is. And I think I'm going to set that up and put him in it because he is just, I mean, it's hard for me not to think that this guy is not my favorite. Look at him. I mean, he looks cuddleable. So, yep, that's everything. And I hope you guys enjoyed the new stuff. And, look for some changes coming up soon, hopefully. I'm trying to devote some time to learning that GoPro and getting the handheld video camera set and ready. I'll have my wife show me how to use that thing a little bit, and then we'll do some videos with all of them, and then I'll see, I got tons of room on my laptop, so I could put tons of videos on there, and, then I can start cutting and editing and doing some different things, just trying to learn as I go. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see everybody soon. Have a great day.